We're back. No.
Whoa!
Yeah. GoPro's in order, but we don't know if it's going to make it to this episode. We're going to test some things out.
So we've got visuals going on, but we have some topics today. We have a lost episode.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is go over...
Episode 41 was bad because of somebody.
We got through the whole thing. I forgot to hit record on my screen.
We're also recording on a Monday after work and school. Schoolboy Chris.
Yeah, I went back to school today. It's my first day of school.
He's got his summer shorts on and a blue striped t-shirt with a backpack.
I looked up
and a MacBook.
One of our topics today, ladies and gentlemen, is the boys, and I'm real excited to talk about this. I just looked that up, and the most viewed thing from that show is that one scene that we'll get to later.
Good job.
I was just curious.
You talked about before the episode about how you wanted to keep it spoiler free until the end. I thought you were going to ruin it.
Yeah. This episode is going to be a little different, and I kind of want to test something. So I want to do a thing where we go back and have like a movie book club. So what that would mean is we would say, for example, what episode is this?
44.
Let's say it's 44. I'd be like, so on episode 46, we're going to do a review and recap of a movie. So that gives everybody 2 weeks to watch this movie and talk about it with us and listen to it. I was thinking what the first movies we could do is kind of lead up into Star Wars.
Wow.
Start all the way from episode 1.
So I'm going to have to watch a movie every 2 weeks now?
Just once every 2 weeks, yes. Unless you feel confident about that movie enough to not have to watch it. I'm going to have to rewatch one.
But does that mean if you give me a shitty movie that I really don't want to watch, I'm going to have to watch it?
So we're going to do, I was thinking we can either do sequential, like do the Star Wars, or pick a movie. Like we each get a choice. So like one time I get to pick, the next time you get to pick. And we'd watch them together physically and talk about it. But yeah, I'd give people enough time.
We can try it.
Gross. Why'd you burp in the microphone?
I got you on video now.
Now I can't show my pee-pee.
Yeah,
every episode I usually show my pee-pee to Alec.
It's not true.
It is true. He even asked me if I wanted him to touch my pee-pee before we got started, and I said...
Well, that's because you were just sitting there being useless.
And he was like, you gonna touch your pee-pee or get this stuff going on? You want me to touch your pee-pee? And I was like...
It's like you just want to sit there while I set everything up? Or...
I was like, I'll set everything up.
I don't know what to do. I haven't been doing this for 44 episodes now. Yeah.
A pee-pee touch would still be nice.
You have hands.
One pee-pee touch. You ever seen Don't Mess with the Zohan?
You have pee-pee touch?
You got fizzy bubbler? Okay, so what's one of your topics from your Lost episode?
From the Lost episode?
Lost, unless you've got one new.
Times you almost died.
Ooh, you want to go first?
Yeah.
First.
You go first.
Okay, a few times. So I'm going to give a basic one and I'll let you go to the next one. So I was at Cedar Point recently, and my whole thing did not, came unbuckled.
What? And
it was one of those rides where the thing is just a pull-down bar, and I'm a taller person, so that really only came down to my upper thigh. Yeah. So I was hanging on and even Hannah, when we were riding it, she was like, I thought you were going to fly out of there. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, hold on for dear life. Because those older rides aren't meant for tall people. They're meant for the status quo of 4'2".
Yeah, people
back in the old days.
Yeah.
So that's one of mine. So I'll try to think of one while you give me yours.
Man, that sounds awful.
Any water stories about almost drowning or anything like that? As a swimmer, you'd get in the water, splish splash. Don't come back up though.
No, we tried to drown ourselves for fun, pretty much.
What are you, stupid?
Like we would challenge ourselves.
Oh, dude, I got a story for you. Do you want to hear it, or you got one?
I was just talking about how we used to try to drown ourselves. You turn that shit off.
So I was at a gun range shooting with my dad, and this person next to us brought their little son, who was only like 4 or 5, and they had to like hold him up, and he was shooting a fucking AR. And he shot the target, and he was like, "Whoa, nice job!" Like turned around, held the gun like pointed straight, and like spun around, and we all hit the floor. We're like, "Holy, what the hell? The fuck hell?
Holy fuck hell!"
I almost died. If that kid would have like got trigger happy, because his finger was in the trigger thing.
Well, wouldn't it technically be his parents' fault for swinging him around like that?
It's society's fault for thinking it's okay to take a little 5-year-old to shoot an AR. He's not big enough. Like literally every shot he had.
Is that where we're taking this podcast?
I wasn't gonna go there.
You already took it there. It's society's fault.
Why though? Like, why a kid? Like, he's definitely not big enough. And you see, it'd be different, like, if it was all squeaky clean, but that kid literally got excited. And,
you played with airsoft guns.
Yeah. And I had trigger discipline. That's just a bad parent.
I turned out just fine.
It's like, yeah, that's a bad parent and a lot of dead people if he would have squeezed that trigger. Well, no. It's okay, because we all ducked. So... we all know what to do. Dude, never mind.
What?
I don't want to make this joke.
Are you sure?
Yes. So, when's the last time you got close to dying?
I've almost died like 3 times in a car.
Yeah?
I already told you this story on the last podcast, but everyone else doesn't know. So, I was driving home once on my way to Taco Bell. And
you can't do that if I have a soundboard.
No. No bullets.
Elementary school.
I stopped that real quick.
They said the government said, don't make those jokes, Chris. You're
gonna end up watching you. You still go to school, so.
Yo.
Going out with a bang, huh?
Do you want to finish what you were saying?
Yeah, so I got stopped at a red light, and this red light just happens to be close to some railroad tracks. And being stupid and probably like 16 at the time, I stopped on the railroad tracks, and the worst thing you could think of happened. A train started coming.
So what'd you do?
Well, it was a traffic jam, so I was pretty much stuck in front, and behind me there was no room to go. So I just started hitting the gas.
What were you doing?
What?
What were you doing? Why were you getting home so weird? What were you doing that caused you to get in this predicament in the first place?
I said I was on my way to get some Taco Bell.
Wait, this is where the scrape was?
The scrape?
You've got that scrape on your car.
Oh, no. This was like when I was 16, Chris.
So we got 2 stories about a train.
That one wasn't so dangerous. Yeah, I got another train story. No, it wasn't.
So continue.
I was at least 5 feet away from that train.
Oh, okay.
So, and scoot up to the mic when you're talking to me.
I'm trying to listen so you don't hear me breathing.
That's why we have pop filters now. So anyway, the train's coming, and I hear it going, and Avery was sitting to my right, and he's like screaming, his eyes are bugging out of his head. And so I just, the only thing I could think of to do was to just keep going forward until somebody moved out of my way. And luckily I didn't have to hit anyone. They got the message, and we did some side turns, made some room, got me out of there. But yeah, that was pretty scary. I was about 5 seconds away from getting struck by a train. Good job.
That was us here, so don't be looking out like, I'm about to get hit by I'm gonna get hit by a train. So, you got another train story because you're being an idiot recently.
Yeah, I was trying to race my wife home from my parents' house
because he had another woman home.
No, I just wanted to beat her.
Okay. Home, that is.
I knew that was going to come out wrong, but I wanted to see how you'd react.
So what happened?
So I go to turn right, and this road's kind of weird where if you turn right, there's a railroad track, and if you go straight, it goes along parallel to the railroad track. And there's like 4 different ways to get home from where I'm at.
I looked up abuse sound effect, and that's what I got.
Why would you look that up? You're not going to get anything good. I stand corrected.
Continue.
So, I'm not paying attention. I'm like trying to make stupid faces at her, like, "Oh, you're going the slow way. You should go. I'm gonna beat you home." And then she's like yelling, but I can't figure out what she's yelling at. And she's like, "Alec, look!" I see a train coming my way, and the railroad track stoppers. What do they call those?
Those little danglers that come down.
Yeah, the little danglers.
So what'd you do? Were you in panic mode?
Yeah, because it was coming down. It was coming down. I was like, "Oh fuck, what the fuck?"
I knew I was gonna use the sound effects. Tried to get it in there.
And the arm came down on my car and scratched my car up, and I backed up and moved. Yep. Okay. End of my story. Anyway. You have any more stories you thought of, Chris, or were you just looking up stupid sound effects?
I did, but I forgot it.
God damn it!
Sound effects.
Jesus.
Wait. So, what
Do
is?
You have a fart update?
Yeah. So,
have you gassed out Hannah yet?
I've gassed out all of them. I was in the living room.
Oh.
And we had ate Alfredo pasta.
Oh no. Homemade or?
Yeah, it was the taste test for their wedding.
Oh.
And it was go time. I just couldn't. Like, I literally tried my best. I have this technique where I try to burp my way
you
out
had
of a
access
fart.
to a bathroom, though, right?
Well, like, someone had taken a poop in there. Not me. But someone else had taken a poop in there, so I could not get in there. So we were stuck. I didn't want to sit in there and smell the poop.
So you'd rather everyone else smell your poop?
My fart, yes. That, and it was happening. Like, it was one of those things I could have tried to.
Up.
Well, I could have tried to bolt to the bathroom, but it would have went halfway there. You ever seen
At least you would have tried.
Bridesmaids?
No.
There's a part where they all eat like bad shrimp, and they're at a dress fitting, and the bride like has to shit. So she tries to run across the street to a bathroom, and she only gets like to where the street is and takes a shit right in the street.
Wow.
Poops in her expensive dress.
Sounds like a fun movie.
Poop!
Okay.
What's your from the Lost Forgotten episode?
Well, those were 2 of my topics that you've blown through.
Well, we're halfway through.
What were their reactions to your fart?
They didn't like it, and I blamed it on someone else.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
So you just outed yourself.
Whoa!
Did you forget this was a podcast? Do you not have a fart? You don't have a fart sound effect on there? That's a no. It's like a fever dream.
It's hard to get those to fade out, so it ends up being just like...
Yeah. You know you can just lower the volume on those, right? That'll make it fade out. Okay. The only one I could think of that would be kind of relevant is phone addiction.
Whoa. Are you an idiot?
You are. Where is it?
In a soup.
Oh my God.
I meant to play the other one and forgot, so shut up times 2.
Meat. Veggies. Put that.
Wait, we'll just do them at the same time.
Meat. Veggies. Put that in a soup. We're talking beef stew.
How? How did those? Oh, that's another thing I've been meaning to critique you about. When you play the intro song, let it play out. Don't stop it.
Meat, veggies, put that in a soup. We're talking beef stew.
See, and then we can just transit. Yeah, we can just transition into the episode. Can't play that anymore.
Why?
Copyright. You're gonna have to get rid of it. Replace it with a fart. Well, I guess you can play at least 5 seconds.
Well,
now.
let's talk about phone addiction.
Because YouTube updated its policy.
So what was your thing about phone addiction?
I don't know. Do you think it's a real thing?
Yes.
Okay, pause it.
So phone addiction to me, like when we're at school. Wait, you can play it just if you edit the song. So I'll worry about that later. So phone addiction.
Hey, we've been going 15 minutes and the GoPro's still going. That's pretty cool, huh?
Like my soundboard is this gun.
Yeah, you should just get on top of that and update your shit. Lazy prick. There's the third one.
This is mean.
Wait, so what do you mean by phone addiction? Do you just notice a lot of people on it recently? You know what?
What?
I notice like Polaroids.
Do you think I'm addicted to my phone?
That's hard.
I do a lot of business on my phone.
Yeah, but like, what harm does it do being on it? If you're getting all your stuff you need to get done. Like, I feel like there's addictions that aren't
Like
harmful.
an hour of TikTok a night.
Yeah, but what's that like stop you from doing?
Talking to your fucking microphone.
What's that stop you from doing an hour of TikTok a night?
I don't know. I
So,
usually
yeah,
do
see,
it before
like-
I go to sleep.
Because I would say I'm also addicted to my phone,
Oh.
but what's the negative? And you know what? Let me set this down. It's serious time. Someone need to.
For fixing everything.
Oh shoot! New pop filters, baby.
Yeah, I bought those, by the way.
Okay,
I was like, oh, you
seriously,
can buy some
shut
pop
up.
filters.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Alec bought 'em.
So, I was talking to somebody recently about hobbies.
Yes.
What defines a hobby for you?
It's like an extracurricular activity.
But what about someone who just like would watch TV or whatever? Because I would say my hobby's video games.
I think as long as it's constructive,
But why does it have to be?
just so you're not wasting away. I think that kind of defines what a hobby is.
But what's your hobby then?
like a skill you're improving. You can't improve on watching TV.
if it's a skill you're improving,
You can improve on criticism.
Okay, if it's a skill you're improving on, what's the skill ultimately for? So what's your hobby then?
Drawing.
I don't consider that your hobby though.
Why?
If that's a skill you're trying to actually improve, I got to take this off. It's giving me a headache. If that's a skill you're actually trying to improve, isn't that more career based?
No.
So you're
I
just
do it for fun too.
So you're saying it can't be a hobby if there's no progression in it. So people who like build model kits or do puzzles for their hobby, they're not technically hobbies, or even video games, because you're not really improving anything.
I wouldn't say that. Video games could be a hobby.
Then how are movies not a hobby?
I don't think it's really a skill.
I don't think
To
playing
watch a
video
movie.
games is necessarily
Playing a
skill.
video game, you're always improving playing a video game. You think you were as good as you were when you were 5 years old?
But I mean, I've been as good as I am since I was like 13. Now
Really?
my understanding of like story beats, maybe. I feel like you get to a certain age, you're playing a video game, like they're not all the same.
I'm definitely better than I was. When I played Dark
I think
Souls,
in certain aspects I'm worse. My patience is lower.
Well, that's just a personal flaw. That's just bad fucking personality.
But I mean, like, I feel like a hobby doesn't have to be skill-based. I feel like it is designed to kind of waste your time. Like, what I think a hobby is what you do when you don't have anything else to do. I'd say your hobby is watching, like, playing video games as well, or like watching YouTube videos. Yeah, you can get better at it. Like you said, you can play a video game and actually get competitive or do whatever you do. And you can watch a movie and get more critical as you watch them. But
So let's say cutting your fingernails. Is that a hobby?
yeah, if it's something you do. I don't see how you would make that more than
The dumbest thing I've ever
that's
heard.
some long ass growing fast fingernails, I guess.
You do it your whole life.
But I mean, like, if you're cutting other people's fingernails, that's your hobby.
That's your...
You're not getting paid. So I feel like a hobby is something you're just doing repeatedly, you're not getting paid for. I guess you can cut your people's fingernails for free if that's what you're into. Or sucking toes.
Sucking on Raffy's toes.
So then, like, that's why I'd say, I mean, drawing for you can be a hobby. I feel like different type, like drawing, doodling on a notebook, like just random shit is more of a hobby than sitting down and actually trying to practice, like, technique. You know what I mean? Because I don't think it's... Because, like, my mom, for instance, watches TV, and I feel like that's a hobby. Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, how's it any different than me watching movies a lot? Or people who say their hobbies like comic books.
Like
Or
collecting?
reading. Or reading, not collecting, just reading them. Like, some people read books a lot. That's their hobby. They have free time, they read a book. Your hobby for a minute was going through the Harry Potter collection.
That's true.
There's nothing you improved on. You just did it in your free time.
I achieved something. I had a goal
What was your goal?
to read the Harry Potter series.
And their goal is to watch the movie or television show. Now, here's the thing. If they're trying to binge a season, do you think that's more of a hobby than just casually watching something? I get to the point where I don't look down on people's hobbies because they're doing what they want with their time. The only thing I would look
Who
necessarily
looks down on anyone's hobby?
I think people don't understand. Like, I know my dad can sometimes get frustrated when it's like, you know, you watch TV and we'll go out, but you just watch TV most of the time, where he plays guitar a lot. But I'm like, you know, if she's having fun, who cares? That's what she wants to do with her free time. Right?
But you could be doing something else.
You could. And I could say the same thing about him playing guitar. He could be doing something else.
Yes.
But I don't judge him for doing what he does because he has fun when he's doing it. I think the only thing that would be bad is if it interfered directly with other people. Like, if your hobby was uber obnoxious, that'd be a problem. Or if your hobby was something destructive, yeah. Like a murderer.
Like this one?
You have any weapons on you?
Going full force.
Going full force? Go full force on that TV show. I don't know. It's just something I thought about. Also, another thing we could talk about, unless do you want to get straight into the boys? How much time we got?
I'm in no rush. Talk about what you want to talk about. Are you
How
in a
about
hurry?
this? No, but I try to keep them under 30. I think that's the digestible thing. What are we at? right
Around 30.
now? Yeah, what are we at?
I think we're maybe at 25. We're at 24.
We are going to do a boys spoiler. It's just going to be short. This is going to be a little longer episode. But for now, I'm going to talk about another topic.
For those of you who are ducking out, remember to buy our merch. Follow us at Beef Stew Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Share it with your friends. Give us a like on Apple Podcasts. And subscribe to our YouTube, because that's going to be coming up soon.
While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to have you write it down in your notes. Next week's episode, we're going to be talking about what is a sport.
Are you high?
No. Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, like esports?
No. Well, yeah, kind of.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, like what
Did
defines
you see
a sport?
Jakey's new video? Do you watch Jakey?
No.
Oh, Chris, I have a video for you.
But
I have a video for you.
wait,
before you leave.
Nakey Jakey?
No.
It's not the same guy?
Yes.
It is the same guy.
But I know you're just going to say, oh, yeah, I watched that, but you didn't really watch it.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it. But send it to me in the chat. So anyways, yeah, write that down.
No, we're watching it before you leave here.
How long is it?
It's like 8 minutes.
Jesus fuck.
It's not long.
That's fine. But
It's not my fault you spent 5 hours here doing nothing. Chris! Chris! God damn it.
how audible was that?
You just about fucking tipped over the GoPro to shit in your microphone.
So The Boys was very good.
Caitlin uses that microphone, by the way. Now your shit particles are going to be all in her face.
That's going to be a good episode, that one right there.
The one
The sports one.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun.
Shit, I kind of wish we talked about that on this one. Oh, well. So The Boys. We're just going to do full spoilers. We don't have time to do...
No mamby-pamby shit. If you haven't watched The Boys on Amazon Prime, go watch it now.
And here's going to be your cutoff, but real quick, do you think people should watch it?
The Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I do too. Highly recommend
Why
that.
wouldn't
Best
people?
Amazon show, I think, out right now.
Oh my God, Amazon's putting out some bangers.
Bangers, yes. So go watch that. Put this on
And it's not a
pause.
superhero show. The superheroes are an element of the show. I think it's very close to Breaking Bad.
So, yeah, we're gonna go into full spoilers. So,
3, 2, 1.
So, what did you think about that ending with his son?
I thought it was cool.
Did you think it was good? Did you see it coming?
I thought that would have been a possibility. That
The
there
son
was a
being
lie
alive?
the whole time, yeah.
See, I thought there was a lie the whole time, and I think the mom was involved. I thought she died, and I thought that was the thing.
I thought the baby that the woman
Guy who-
had.
that had
was-
laser eyes.
yeah.
No. See, because that was the Compound V thing. I was buying into the baby died during birth and she died as well. So I took that because that's how that show kind of is. Like, it's not very fan servicey. It seems very like
Beat it to
hard.
its own drum.
Yeah. So also, when did you realize it was good? Like, how far into it?
When that bitch blew up in the very first episode, I was like, here we go.
When he's just sitting there like, don't besmirch Billy Joel, and just foof.
Yep. I was in from there. It was funny because I haven't felt that way about a show in a very long time. Like, I think it is going to be up there with Breaking Bad
And Stranger Things
and
season
Stranger
1.
Things and Mad Men.
It's not getting a lot of attention though.
I don't know how. They've already started season 2. And everyone has Amazon Prime. Like, maybe it's just because nobody uses Prime Video.
I think it's because people don't know what that show is.
That's true.
Like, I told you, I was like, go watch this show, The Boys. I didn't want to say it was a superhero show because it's kind of a spoiler.
No, I saw trailers for it and I wanted to watch it before you told me to.
I thought it looked cheesy. Like, I'll be honest, the reason I went into it, I saw that airplane clip. I was like, I got Prime. I now want to watch this show. That shit was bonkers.
You saw that before you watched the show?
Mm-hmm. This is not even my favorite scene.
Why you gotta ruin shit for yourself?
I didn't know that was a thing.
I know, but like when you were watching it, it's so much more impactful not knowing what's going on.
I feel like you watch that scene isolated and like get much the same out of it. Because it's obvious what it is. It's a fucking evil Superman. But like, it was just so cool, and I went back and I was glad I did. Every episode was a surprise. That's the thing. I assumed that Homelander was going to be in the show the whole time. I had no idea when that part was coming. So I just knew like each episode, I'm like, we're not there yet. But then 4 came, and then that's when it was. And then that religious episode. See, I knew the Stretchy Arms guy was there. They made a joke about him being like a Christian zealot, and he was fucking dudes. But I did not know they were going to devote a whole episode to him. That was a cool episode.
Whatever happened to him?
He gave Huey the info he wanted, and Huey left. Huey blackmailed him.
I felt like something more would have came out from that.
So there's a Shazam character that's going to be in season 2.
What?
It's a girl that turns on her superpowers at will.
Oh, like not somebody from the actual comics.
No, not an actual, not actual Shazam. Like someone with Shazam's power set and how he uses,
Right.
like saying a word to
A
get his stuff.
Shazam-based character.
Yeah, which I think will be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready. I'm already. I'm buckled up.
I'm
ready
stoked
go.
to see what happens with that kid. Like, does he become a little Joffrey tyrant, or does he
Oh yeah.
go through his dad's bullshit?
Oh no.
I don't know. He's raised by that girl, though.
I feel like they're gonna get Homelander, and then that kid's gonna be the next thing to deal with, and it's gonna be even worse.
See, but here's my deal.
Did you see him flash his eyes at him at the
He
end?
flashed his eyes, so he has the power set. I feel like he's probably got all the same powers, or maybe just laser eyes. But like, you know, when Homelander lands, before he understands that's his dad, he's like excited to see him. So it makes me think he's like a Homelander fan. But you only see that Homelander that they market. That kid doesn't know Homelander let a plane of people die. Like, he fights for like truth and justice in that kid's eyes. So that kid's probably geeked. So I bet that kid may be like the start of some like good team.
You know, in the spirit of The Boys, what we should watch for our first assignment?
What?
Brightburn.
I'd be down to watch some Brightburn.
Have you seen it yet?
Have you?
No.
I haven't seen it. I heard it was really good too.
We can watch it this weekend,
Good.
and then we could just do our second episode.
I don't know how easily that movie's available.
I just rent it on my PlayStation.
No, I mean for people at home.
Oh.
Also, I don't know who's going to be watching this.
Certainly, you can go to a Redbox and get
I
it.
was thinking the first movie we could do, are you wanting to pick or do you want me to pick? So this is anyone.
What's your suggestion, and I'll see if it...
I was thinking Force Awakens. I was thinking either Force Awakens or Spider-Man 1. Sam Raimi, Spider-Man.
Why those?
Just because they have follow-up movies. And I think they're ones that a second viewing either helps or hurts. I think a second viewing of Force Awakens makes that movie look a lot better now, in hindsight. I think Sam Raimi's Spider-Man hurts that movie watching it now, in hindsight.
I mean, I liked Force Awakens.
Yeah, me too.
So would that mean I'd have to watch The Last Jedi again?
I think we would, watch Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and then watch the movie when it comes out and do a review. But we'd space it out a decent amount. But that movie's coming out soon.
Yeah, it comes out Christmas.
And we're already almost in September. So we got 3 months.
How about we do Brightburn first, and then we'll start Star Wars?
Yeah,
And I think
anyone who's
that
watching
should-
this, Mason. No, but anyone who's watching this and got this far,
Cameron
yeah.
watches too.
Yeah, watch that movie Brightburn, rent it, get your popcorn out, sit your asses down.
Why are you trying to censor yourself now?
I'm not trying to
That's the
censor
second
myself.
that's the
Well,
second
I'm
time you've
directly-
hesitated before causing.
I'm directly
cussing.
talking to somebody I actually know, which feels weird.
Oh, like Mason?
It's not just saying some random person sit your ass down. It's like Mason, and I almost said fat. So, but he's not fat.
So
I don't know.
don't censor yourself.
I don't want to attack your clan.
My clan, you've already attacked my people.
Your Kennedy people.
That's why you get in trouble.
I know.
Will you tighten this so it's not flopping around everywhere? No. That.
No.
Oh my god.
Good night, everyone.
Is that all you wanted to talk about, The Boys?
That's for this episode, yes.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Remember to buy merch.
Next episode's going to be good. It's going
we're
to be a heated discussion.
Still looking for some sponsors.
We're gonna do
If
two-
you know anyone that needs some sponsorship.
Again, Brightburn, just so you know, it's probably no one cares. But just so you know, Brightburn's not next episode, the one after.
Right, every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, yes.
So next episode's going to be normal, and then the episode after that.
And we're going to do full spoilers on whatever movie we review. So
Is it only going to be half an episode or the entire episode?
it's going to be a longer form episode, but like the first 20 minutes are going to be that classic shit that you can still enjoy.
Oh, okay.
Like we did here.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, anyone listening, we're going to have to title this episode
Yes.
Boys Review, and then in commas, first 20 minutes.
Commas. Parentheses.
I don't know. We're going to have to try to somehow get
That's
this out.
a long ass title.
This is going to be a long episode, but, you know.
Not really. The last one.
You should put a disclaimer in the beginning. Try to do that. Put a disclaimer and be like.
We announced the spoilers.
Did we announce it? Okay.
Yes.
No, not the spoilers. I don't care about that.
What?
I'm more worried about like someone who goes to this episode, realizes 40 minutes, be like, fuck that. But if we somehow got it across that like this is a normal episode,
Who
until
would say
halfway
fuck that to a 40-minute episode of Your Boys?
I don't know. I like
If they say fuck that, then fuck them.
eat an ass.
Yeah. That's really delayed.
Night, everyone.
That's it.